couple of reasons that having a program, especially a very effective and highly targeted program, is important. First off, all the challenges we've seen around data in GDPR, CCPA, and others, there's going to be a kind of a big push around that. But right now, brands are really struggling with reciprocity. They're struggling with empathy. They're trying to balance the need to drive revenue, but truly understand their customers in a very unique way. The paradigm has shifted over the last couple of years to those who have a deeper engagement with their customers, and we're seeing those that are doing well, do exceedingly well. One of the big things that we've always talked about is brands struggle with listening to and understanding their customers. And now in this day and age, truly listening to and understanding your customers is going to be more important than ever before. One of the things I've seen from a number of brands that are doing some unique things, online is obviously easier right now. If you're traditionally kind of a web-based property, it's easier. But a lot of these retailers that have been primarily traffic-driven, in-store traffic-driven, like DSW and Famous Footwear, they've done a really unique job of not only conveying some of the challenges they're putting addressing from safety, security, but they're driving a behavior shift, getting people who traditionally have been 80, 90% plus in store. They're getting that shift in behavior, which is really unique and very powerful just to listen to some of the things that they're doing. It's very interesting, and I think those two have done a really unique job. I think some of the ones that haven't done a good job, and it's some of the online retailers who are very, very focused on discount and just pushing sales in regard to in disregard actually to the customers. And you saw a huge spike obviously online, but you see the messages are just constant discounting. And I think they're denigrating the brand with regard to pushing maybe non-essential or non-needed products during this time. And another group that's done an amazing job is Home Depot. I think Home Depot has done a really good job leveraging their customer data, their CRM data, and with the realization that not all of the use for Home Depot may be essential, but the mental health pieces that I've seen that they've addressed, I think they're doing a really good job with regard to truly engaging their customers, listening to them and with what they want, which is good to see. A couple of things I think having a well-suited and targeted customer loyalty program and approach is we talked a little bit about reciprocity, but permission is going to be a big thing going forward. So having that explicit permission to market to the customers, but again, understanding what the customers want and being able to listen to and understand them, making sure you have that right product at the right time with the right message is going to be more important than ever before. And one of the biggest challenges we continue to see, especially from our brand partners who are members of Loyalty360, is that challenge around personalization, segmentation, and cadence management. There's just a lot of consternation right now, how to market to, how to message, how do I use zero-party data that can really help me enhance the efficacy of what we're doing from a customer loyalty perspective. So, having a program that works very well, that is focused on truly engaging the customers and not just, wordsmithing, but truly understanding the customers is going to be more important than ever before, especially during this recovery, as there's going to be a huge balance that brands have to navigate. Well, we all know, and there's kind of an array of stats out there with regard to an effective loyalty program, the cost of acquisition, the cost of retention. I think post-COVID, it's going to be more impactful to have those quote-unquote raving fans, right? To have that Pareto principle, have that 20% who are truly engaged with you, who won't go anywhere else, right? That you get a larger share of that wallet. And again, that's based on having that communication, that reciprocity with the customer, which is very hard for a lot of brands to do. I think having a customer loyalty program that is all-encompassing, that's comprehensive in nature, that looks at all facets from the customer experience to the gamification to using that zero-party data. The more data you have and the more you can get them involved in and kind of that the reciprocal relationship, it's going to be much more important going forward. And the budgets are going to change, right? You and I both know a lot of kind of the programs that were going to launch American Eagle, a number of others who had programs that were going to be in market. We've kind of put a hold on those right now. They'll be launching soon, but I think the justification and what we're seeing for the loyalty program is going to focus on the ability to drive that personalization, to drive that segmentation, and then to manage the cadence with the customers in a very empathetic manner. And I think that's what we're going to see is the budgets are going to be there. They're going to have to drive approvable ROI, but it's the personalization pieces that everyone's talked about for the last couple of years are going to be front and center. It's the best time to do this. And it doesn't necessarily take a complete, rip and replace of the program either. It's working with maybe an ancillary technology, kind of a value-added service provider that can take the disparate data sources, that can look at the automation and communication channels you have, and really make them more effective. And working with organizations that can help simplify the data sets as well. There's such an arcane process with regard to so much data, where a lot of it's obtuse, it doesn't add value, it doesn't drive engagement. So creating some simplicity in your marketing messages and not necessarily having to rip and replace, but working with a good consultant or kind of a series of technologies that can help simplify the customer loyalty approach is more important than ever before. So I think those who have programs that are not meeting their numbers, that aren't driving the ROI, that aren't engaging, right? It's the best time to redo them, to make them more engaging.